leaf.
Yes, the
Yes.
leaf. That's
Hey,
what we
Christine,
were
does
told.
this record sound?
Okay. So, here's the leaves. Sorry.
That's good. I'll give it to you.
They're small. Those. Here. They're only gonna do. They're only gonna do 2 of them, right? Between 1 and 2.
Oh, you share. Okay.
We're sharing. Okay. Okay. So let me cut the clay first. This is piano wire. Any of you see The Godfather?
I did. It was too long ago. I can't remember. Yeah, it was too long ago.
Well, do you remember when they?
Oh, no, you're being recorded. But we know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what this is?
So let's.
Yeah. It's what they used in the front seat.
She's recording, so let's not say that word.
It's a garrote. That's what it's called. And it is piano wire. And every time you use it, when you cut the clay, because it cuts it, see, this is really soft. This one is not so soft, but you have to clean the clay off of it. Okay? When you do it, I want you to always make sure that the kids keep their clay on a black piece of paper, or black piece of plastic.
But we'll slice it right now, right?
Somebody has to, yeah. It should be sliced about this big. When I cut it, I use my finger to determine where it's going to be cut, and then I cut straight across. Okay, here's 1, and here's 2. All right. So, do you guys have pencils?
Oh, yeah. These 2 pencils.
Okay.
Sharing?
Yeah, we're sharing. So you take your pencils. We used to use dowels, but dowels are too expensive. Instead, we got these cheap pencils. And you put the pencils on the side. So just watch me first, okay? Can you see back here?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you roll it, you roll it one way, keeping the pencils on the side. Then you pick it up with the plastic and turn it, and then put the pencils again on the side, and you roll it again. Do you see how this is actually really thick? But you don't want your leaf to be any thinner than this, okay? Which is about the same size as your pencil, okay? That's why we keep the pencils on there. There is a leaf up there somewhere. We'll get them out so you can see them. Then you roll it, and then you turn it again. And the reason why we keep it on this paper is because if you roll it and you put it on the mat, it's almost impossible to take it off. You're not gonna do it sideways.
Okay.
You turn it all the way.
Oh, maybe you can see that.
That's it.
So you keep the pencil
Oh,
in the
your
same
pencils
place?
are right and left.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's up and down. Look at.
Oh, that's why we turned it. Because we already did it the other way.
Right. So what you're doing is you're making sure that your clay doesn't get any thinner than that pencil, right? Are you doing it over there?
Okay.
Bingo.
Do you want one for him, or
Yeah.
do you want want a slab for him? Or?
No,
Okay.
Yeah, I'll-
Sure, okay.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Ours is not cut.
now,
Yours. How come there's cracks?
why, what?
Why would, is it okay to have some cracks? I don't know why when we roll it happens.
Yeah, it's not very smooth.
Yeah, it's not very smooth. Okay.
Because you probably went a little bit too far with it.
Like too hard?
Yeah.
I see.
Here, give it to me. Switch with me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something. Eyes on me. Okay. If you roll it on the mat, you'll never take it off the mat. So this is why we have this, because I can pick it up. See? Put the pencils back. Here we go. I'm just going to smooth it. And see how it doesn't get any smaller, any thinner than that. Then I take my pattern and I fit it on the clay. Okay? And when I cut it out, I make sure that it goes. I don't want to use it as a pencil, because if you do that, you're gonna not cut it straight up and down, you're gonna cut it in a slant. So you're gonna try to cut it up straight up and down. So what I do is up and down and all the way around, up and down. I might go off the clay a little bit, and always clean your point, because see how you have clay on it? Boy, this clay is so soft. And I might come over here and pick up the clay in pieces and just set it off to the side. Like that. I had 3 cups of coffee and I'm afraid it didn't agree with me. I have heartburn now. Yeah. Yeah. And don't, do me a favor, don't smash the clay, because what you're doing is you put air inside it. It's best to just leave it up, and that's fine. Yeah. Just put it on top of each other. See how, I mean, this is how easy this project is. It's not hard at all. What's hard is trying to control 30 kids and do this. So when you do the leaf, you're doing them all, they're rolling their clay, and you have to have at least 5 people, maybe 6, so that you're all helping them, right? Use this clay.
We need more helpers.
Yeah.
On the day of
And
the
so now you have your clay, your leaf here, right? You can take this off. See how perfect your leaf is? And then I usually, on the leaf pattern, there's like lines so you can see the vein. So you tell them to draw their vein, but they have a tendency when they're going to do the vein, or even to write their name, they'll do real hard like that, which means, right? Clay is expensive, and be sure you always tell them that. We can't keep buying it at $50 a box, okay? When I first came, it was only 15. Can you imagine?
Don't tell your age range.
Yeah, it's now 50, 55. So, what you do is you tell them gently. So you take your, just watch me first. You take your pointer and you draw a line. Like I said, you have lines on here that tell them that they should, but you'll get kids that'll go, and understand something. No two children are gonna do it alike, okay? And you have to let them do it themselves. Their mother isn't gonna want you to do it, right? So you'll get this child that'll go like this to their clay and go like this. Let it go. That's theirs. That is theirs. And I would be pleased as punch. I don't care what it was that my child did it. Okay, so long as it doesn't look like this. Also, when they write their name, they should write their name and their number. How many are you familiar with their numbers? Do you know what the numbers are? Okay, each child has a number, 1 through 30. So Amy might be number 31. Jamie might be number 10. So they'll write their name gently. Maybe if you feel more comfortable having the mommy helpers do it, but just make sure that they know that it has to be done gently. And then they write their name like this. And then I put 14. So when it comes out of the kill, it'll say Olga 14. If there's another Olga in the class, she might be Olga 22, right? But sometimes they'll be both. You could write their initial of their last name, but sometimes if one is Smith and one is Sampson for a last name, they'd both be Olga S., right? So it's better to put their number down, then there's no discrepancy about it. So, but again, gently. You don't want it to do it all the way down because, like I said, then it rips. Then after this is done, this is so easy. Christine, we have a box somewhere?
Yeah, exactly. These are not the right box. This one?
You know what? We can use it if that's the only one we have.
There's clay in that one. That's
Yeah.
the- yeah, we'll just use that. We're not going to have that many.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you'll have boxes. Okay, kind of like those
Yeah, don't
over
use
there.
these boxes. I sent an email. I sent a WhatsApp message.
It's important.
It should be like these kind of
Yeah,
boxes.
those kind of boxes.
And then the best one with the handles, like
Yeah,
like
because
the
you can grab it
hospital
better.
ones, they have the handles.
And then after that, that's when you get your clay. And you put it just like this on the cardboard. And that's where it dries.
So how do you make that curve that leaf has?
What curve?
That leaf
Oh,
is
the
kind of
bubble.
black.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. You know what? It goes inside a bowl. But when you do that, when you put it in a bowl, there'll be too many, there won't be that many you can put in a box. So it's easier to make them flat. As a mother, I would rather use it flat, and I'll tell you why. Because I'd like to use it as a trivet. Do you know what a trivet is? A trivet
Under a
is,
drink?
yeah, well, no. A trivet like in your kitchen where you put something hot on something, okay? Or you could even lay it down and put your spoon on it, okay? I mean, it's okay, I suppose. Give me the bowl.
Wait, this bowl is too.
It's just that the
It's a
bowls,
different one, right?
yeah, it's just that the bowls take up so much room. If you can see, look.
No, the bowls, I put the sponge, like the kitchen sponge.
You can put your rings and your.
Well, I suppose you could, but it's up to you, you know. It's going to be leaf green. They're usually, this one will be red because I used it with that. But I guess you can. It's just that once you put the bowl in there, you're gonna have more boxes. Rather than maybe 3 boxes, you're gonna use 5 boxes. And that just takes up more room. I just would rather you didn't, but you are the liaison, so you decide what you want. This is your baby.
To be baked in the oven.
How long?
How long is it gonna take? How long should they put it in?
You can.
Well, the oven takes its own time. You hit it
It
and it
stops.
cooks itself.
Just like your.
Just like your rice cooker.
I think it's like 10 to 12 hours, but we just want to allocate 2 days. Like what, the first day you go in
Yeah.
to
Leave it
put it
inside.
in, and then like 24 hours later you come back and pick it up.
Yeah.
That
If
should be
you,
enough time for it
it's usually cooked the next day, but you know how hot it is to come down? That's why we need a second day, okay? Plus, I don't want you putting your hands in there with that heat.
It shows the temperature on the outside.
Yeah,
It's just like-
it'll actually say complete, but believe me, it's hot. So I would wait for the 3rd day to take it out so it's cold.
So when it's baked, they're gonna